Okay, hello and good morning. We're in week 5. Today's date is 9/11. You also have a test which is still open. Make sure you take it. I think it's open tonight and tomorrow. Also, homework, week 5, classwork. Remember now, if you're not working in class, you will lose points on your homework. Let's take a look here. We're going to use this Venn diagram. A intersect B would be Y. A union B would be X, Y, and Z. A union not B. Well, this is A, and not B would be this whole circle. So it would have to only be X. Not A, not B in the intersection. Well, if it's not A and not B in the intersection, there would not be an intersection. A union B or A union not B. So A union not B. If you can't use B, you can't use Y and Z. So it would have to be X. All right, let's go on. Reach under your desk, open up a book. Let's take a look at this one. We're going to draw a Venn diagram. All right, so first of all, you have 200 students total, and that's important that you make a note of that. You have some that like tennis. You have some that like soccer. And you have some that like both. Well, both of them would be 85. So in the middle here, and I don't have enough room, should be 85. Well, if 140 like tennis, then you would take 140 minus 85. 5 more makes 90, so 40, 50, I think it's 55. So this has to be 55 because this plus this has to add up to 140. All right, and soccer is 120, but you already have 85. So it's 120 minus 85. 5 more makes 90. That's 10, 20, that's 35. We go here. Now, you would add all this up and subtract from 200. So minus 55, minus 85, that one, and minus 35. And whatever you get is going to go on the outside here. The people that don't like either. Okay? So let's just see if we can do that real quick. This one and this one looks like 90. And 85 makes 175, I guess. So I'm going to say 25 without using a calculator. And that's what I'm going to put. And those are the ones that like neither. All right? Open up, or you should already be there. Page 81. Let's look at example 2. So if you're looking at example 2 on page 81, and I'm going to grab my book. Okay, so here it is. Page 81. All right, so let's see what's going on here. You got rap, rock, and heavy metal. So you would draw a Venn diagram. One would be rap. One would be rock. Guess we got to spell that one out. Rock. And the last one would be heavy metal. And we'll use an H for that. The key here is all three are 160. So that little bitty space right here has to be 160. Okay, now you're looking for rap and rock. So rap and rock is 280. So 280 would go right here in this spot right here. Okay, then you're looking for wrap and heavy metal. So wrap and heavy metal would be 190. So 190 would go right here. And then what you would do is figure out those who just like wrap, 320. So you would take 320 right here to get this one. You would take 320 minus 280 minus 190. Let me make sure that seems right. Not sure that anything's going to be showing up on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to work through this solution right here, and we're going to work it in class. So let's take a look now, see where we are. On today's work, and actually I want to go over the inclusion principle. The inclusion principle says that A union B, the number, is going to be A plus B minus the intersection. So it's going to be A plus B minus the intersection. Because what happens is A gives you one of the intersections, B gives you the other intersection, so you have to subtract one out. All right, in any event, your assignment is right here. Let's turn our attention now to college algebra. Okay, so to work these problems here, we're going to factor out a 10. This one, 2 times 3, is going to add up to give me that 5. So it's going to be 2 and 3. And we want the middle one to be a plus. So we want to have, and let me think here, and actually a plus and a minus is going to give you subtraction here. So we want to use 1 and 6. And we want the plus to go with the 6. Check your outer, check your inner, and that does work. So be careful with that. Remember there's a chart, so get it out. This one right here you can factor out a 2, the greatest common factor. And that's going to be 21. And then this one right here is going to break down as 3 times 7 is 21, but adds to give you 10. So that's going to be 3 and 7. Okay? So on today's work, we're actually going to have a worksheet. So I want you to copy this one down. All right, so here, the x squareds are going to cancel out. And then you have to reduce this by 2 and keep reducing it. So half of 36 is 18. Half of that is 21. And 3 still works. 3 goes into that 6 times. 3 goes into that 7 times. And there's your answer. Okay, let's try one more. Copy this one down. On this one right here, you have to factor the bottom. So the bottom, and we did this one, is 1 and 6. We want a plus here and a minus here. And what happens is this cancels. So your answer is going to be 1 over x minus 1. Let's try one more. And this is your worksheet for today. So I want you to copy this one down. Remember, the back side is a little harder. And so we'll just do this one right here. So copy this down, put v squared okay, so you got to factor the top right here. So the top is going to factor as v, let's hope it factors. And let me think here, 2 times 7, and that's going to subtract to give me 5. I want a negative here and a positive here. We're going to factor this bottom one, excuse me, and to do this one, we're going to have 2 and 2 and pluses. And then this cancels with this. So your final answer is going to be v minus 7 right here. That's a v over v plus 2. And that's all you can do. You can't split up these pluses and minuses. Like if you tried to cancel the V, it would be wrong. All right, so today you do have a worksheet, and you're going to have to go on the video. I'm going to get it for you right now. But I do plan on making copies for everybody, but the worksheet is right here. All right, have a good morning.